Harper contains foul language and adult material. If you are easily offended and thin-skinned, you should hit the stop button now. And if you are not a complete idiot, let's get this party started.
What?
Let's get down to brass tacks, gentlemen. If I was informed correctly, the clock is ticking. Is that right, Jimmy?
But good luck arguing that in court. Let me get down to brass tacks.
Listen, let's get down to brass tacks here. How much for the 8?
Jack, let's just cut the crap and get down to brass tacks here.
Okay!
Hike up your motherfucking panties.
And pull them to the side.
This is the Hopper.
Fuck you! No bullshit.
Welcome to the Hopper, ladies and gentlemen. This is Jake, as with me always my sidekick, Adam.
That's right!
Happy 4th of July weekend for everybody out there that's joining us tonight. Thank you so much for taking a little bit of time out of your 4-day or 2-day and one extra day weekend.
Hopefully your 4-day.
Hopefully your 4-day weekend. So had to bust out the mega for the for the 4-day. So pretty excited to come at you with the show tonight. As you guys know, if you got comments, throw them out there. We're happy to comment back on the things that we're talking about tonight. And I got a feeling everybody's going to have some opinions on what we're going to get into.
Probably. Hey, Chad, what's up?
What's up, Chad? Before we get started, I do need to throw out a super shout out to Southern Tier Brewing.
Amazing.
You may have heard me talk about this company before on the show. They make my 2 all-time favorite beers.
What would that be?
They're called Pump King and Warlock, and they are both delicious. And I won't go the whole way into the whole story, but long story short, I was able to get connected with the brewery, and I was able to actually get a hold of some for my birthday. So thank you so much to Southern Tier for making it possible for me to get a few of my favorite brews heading into my birthday. So it's pretty awesome.
Do we want to state which birthday this is?
I'm going to be turning 40, man.
The big 40.
Right? There's probably some people from my childhood that are losing bets right now, based on the fact that that I would even make it to 40. What's up, Tool Shed? Welcome aboard, bro. So that was my big shout out to them. Do you have any more public service announcement before we get started here?
Of course I do.
Of course he does.
For all you that are going to be on YouTube tonight, please just hit the subscribe button. Easier for me to say than you to do it. Just hit it. What else do we got? Please visit theharperguys.com. Follow and subscribe there. God damn it, just do it. Also visit iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, Stitcher, Radio Public, and TuneIn. And we're also on iHeartRadio. All the platforms that I guarantee that you would need to just listen to us in all our glory.
Yeah.
Go back to iTunes and give a feedback, whether good or bad. We don't care. Just throw it out there.
Boom.
And then lastly, thank you again, Ethan Meeksel. People say, who? He's the guy that's thrashing the 6-string there in the beginning of our show.
Right. I'm sure the Hateful Eight are starting to know exactly who that is. They're probably tired of hearing of Ethan Meeksel.
Yeah,
I can't wait for Ethan to actually get on the show at some point. I'm pretty sure he's going to track us down before it's all said and done.
He's going to come into the basement and shoot us.
Happy 4th to you too, Smitty. So
that's right.
We'd also like to share with you that we got our first flag on the show for we used a little bit of copyrighted music that we were told we're not allowed to. So
a little slap on the wrist.
That's right. So it was a little clip of a Led Zeppelin. So we got yelled at for that by YouTube. So there will be no more Zeppelin on here for us.
Little gallows pole action for our gallows pole on the non-live episode.
Exactly. So I know that we are on the verge of the Summer Classic, the Midsummer Classic, for baseball. We're getting ever so close to football season.
It's creeping in.
Being here, we are into the last month of the year before football season starts. I'm jacked about that. But we wanted to start off tonight with holy ridiculousness in the NBA in the last week.
Yeah, just a little heads up. This is probably going to be more of the sports realm tonight.
Almost,
but we're gonna
little politics in there too.
A little bit, but we're gonna start off with the NBA and man, the fucking the players have been swirling.
Right.
The teams have been changing.
Yeah.
I know probably for both of us, the NBA is like third on the list, at least.
No, because for me, the UFC definitely goes above it.
Okay, well,
so
I'm
you have the
talking-
NFL and the
I'm
UFC
talking
are
about
way in front of everything
The
else.
big out of the big three:
What are the big three?
baseball, football, and basketball.
No, I don't agree with that theory. Football's the big one. I'll give it that.
Well, in most people's everyday, football, baseball, and basketball are the big three in sports. So, in my world, they're third in the pecking order. But regardless, there's been some crazy shit going on. We got Anthony Davis to the Lakers. Is this guy even worth it?
I mean, he's really good, but like, is he going to win LeBron a championship? Because I mean, look, we all saw what happened last year. LeBron ain't quite LeBron anymore. Like he was off by a step. He couldn't put a team on his back anymore and even make the playoffs. Is Anthony Davis going to help him that far? And don't they have like 3 guys on their roster right now?
I'm going to tell you what. As much as all Clevelanders are grateful for what LeBron did,
Yeah.
the guy's hard to play with. If you take a step back and look at the big picture, the guy is hard to play. Other superstars, unless you're his best friend Dwayne Wade,
Yeah.
and another best friend, who was the other guy? See, exactly.
Damon Jones.
No,
Well, him and Damon Jones were tight. That's why Damon Jones.
I'm talking about on the Heat. There was the big three in on the Heat.
Oh, Bosh.
Bosh. So unless you're LeBron's best friends, it's hard to play with him.
Yeah.
It just is.
Hockey, I'm assuming tool shed means NFL football second, and then NCAA football, and then the UFC. I don't know if I would put hockey quite one, but I do love me some hockey.
Hey, that's why we're on here. We all have our opinions.
That's right.
If this place was in. Well, if assholes were what?
What? If opinions were assholes.
If opinions were assholes. No.
Opinions are like assholes. We all have one, and they all
Yeah.
stink.
I was gonna.
Man, it took you a while to get there.
No, I'm
glad,
thinking,
I'm glad I
I'm
could
thinking
walk
about
you
the other
on
one.
for that.
The other one is the.
Holy shit,
If
Adam.
if assholes could fly, this place would be an airport, something like that.
What? Anyway, so that happened. So I don't give a shit. I don't think that this makes the Lakers that much better. I mean, if Kawhi goes out there, yeah,
Kawhi will be a difference maker.
Yeah.
But do you think what position does Kawhi play?
He's like 3.
What-
He can play small forward.
Yeah, but isn't that LeBron's position?
Yeah, but
3?
LeBron. I mean, you can put both those guys on the court at the same time. And you're going to be just fine.
So, do you think? Now, you told me the other day Kawhi ain't going nowhere.
I still don't think he is.
You could see there's a picture of him looking out over the parade in Toronto, and he's got his glasses, and there's all the people, and you can see that he's perplexed. As much as he'd probably like to stay in Toronto,
Yeah.
he'd probably like to go do something else as well.
What's up, bro? Tad Bosley joining us for the first time tonight. My brother, he's fishing. I got to admit, Tooley, who commented just before you, can't believe he didn't have fishing number 1. It's kind of a surprise on that note.
Yeah, well,
But yeah, I do think that Kawhi's perplexed, but I think at the end of the day, he's going to stay there. He's going to get the money, and he's going to stay there, and that's just what's going to happen. I don't see him leaving that situation in Toronto. That's just me.
and then the big news, I think bigger news than anything, is Kyrie Irving
Mm-hmm.
and Kevin. Is it Kevin Durant?
Yeah,
They went to
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, which I'm kind of glad.
Why? Now we're going to have to give a shit about Brooklyn. Like, nobody gives a shit about Brooklyn basketball.
Yeah, but
Brooklyn.
they've never been significant.
The whole Brooklyn thing annoys me. It's like it's a part of New York City.
So who isn't that still
Like,
owned
why
by
don't-
Jay-Z?
Why don't they have the Chinatown Chinkies?
Chinatown Chinkies.
Yeah, why don't we just have sections of the whole fucking city? What's the Queens? The Queens. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, why don't we have? I mean, that's what Brooklyn is. It's part of New York fucking City. So why isn't it? I mean, if we're just gonna start doing this with, why doesn't Cleveland have it like that? Why can't we have the West Side Warriors coming out of the Ohio City district? It's fucking stupid. It's the dumbest fucking team name I've ever seen in my entire life. Can't handle it.
What is it? The Brooklyn Nets?
I think it's the Brooklyn Nets, but the fact that it's Brooklyn, period. They play in fucking New York.
Okay, well,
I'm saying. And now we have to give a shit about them?
we got the Golden State. What is that? That's not even. Is that even a city?
Golden State? That's the actual name of California.
I know, but it's the team's name, Golden State Warriors. That's
I'm just saying.
stupid.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying that that's not stupid. Fuck Golden State.
Now,
But yeah, we have to give a shit about Brooklyn. But the good news is Durant ain't playing next year. so we don't have to give a shit about him next year. So Kyrie's just going to be in another shitty situation. I know they were the surprise team this year, but whatever. Fuck Brooklyn.
So, yeah. I'm just glad that, because there was rumors that Kyrie was going to be going to play with LeBron again.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean.
I could care less.
I didn't mean to run away from you, LeBron. Ah.
I just don't give a shit about the NBA really at the heart of it. I mean, it's fun to see players move around and stuff, but
Do you think it's good for the NBA?
I don't know if it's good for the NBA, but I think it's a trend that you're going to see. I mean, it's really a 5-on-5 game to where it's not like you're getting 38 football players moving to one team at one time. You know what I mean? To where I don't care. These guys all want to go play with their friends and shit. Do it. Why not?
Right, do it. Why not? But then there's this tampering rule. Is
Whatever.
talking to your friends about it tampering?
I don't think so. I mean, I think that's more of a management thing. You know, people inside the organization that hold certain positions can't be having contact with people that they're not allowed to. But whatever. So I don't care. We'll see what happens in a couple years if Brooklyn's going to be any good. I mean,
The good news is, like you said, the Warriors are deflated right now.
Yeah.
They'll still be okay, but they're not going to be what they were.
Well, they're back to the big three, and Clay's coming off a major knee surgery, so they're going to be terrible as far as the West goes, and it's going to be super fun to watch.
It is going to be fun to watch, and that they're the only reason why I'm a little bit rooting for Kawhi to go to LA just to see them get destroyed. But
There's enough other teams in the West, though, that are going to knock them off. I'm not worried about that. I could give a shit less.
now I saw something online where it said Kawhi Leonard and the decision,
Yeah.
or is it's a good thing that he's taking time with his decision. And I'm like, wait a minute, we've been here once before. Now I know he's not going to probably have a TV show to declare his decision, but isn't he just holding Toronto a little bit hostage by not making his decision? So what LeBron did.
Hey, look, man, when he was traded there, he was like, so I'm going to be here for a year, and then I'm out. So the fact that he's even considering it, like, because they won a championship and the team is really good,
Do you think he's considering it, or do you think he's just like, where do I want to go?
I don't know. I think he's seriously considering it. I mean, he's another guy that, like, he's already won 2 championships. He's got one with the Spurs, one with the Raptors now. That dude's playing for money and legacy. You know what I mean? He's not trying to get off the Karl Malone tonight here.
That's right.
So
That's right.
I don't know. I
What
saw
about
that
you? What about? I'm going to interrupt. What about you out there in podcast land? Where do you think Kawhi's going to go? Let's hear it.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah. Al Horford, he was drafted in like 1992. Somehow that dude just got like a massive 4-year deal with the Sixers. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? But the good news is he left Boston and Kyrie left Boston. So Boston's going to probably start
Well,
working
Horford
its
was
way
pretty
backwards.
good.
Yeah, but he's like almost 40, man. Like, how do you give a
He's
guy...
not 40.
How old's Horford, man? I bet I'm not too far off. I bet he's pretty close to 40. Didn't he go to Florida, play on a national championship team down there? Pretty sure. Back to back. Did he play with Joakim?
I
Noah?
don't know.
I think that he did. The Lakers, man. Fucking hate the Lakers. I really don't want the Lakers to make the playoffs. I want them to miss it again.
You want?
I do. I fucking hate them. I don't ever want them to be good.
I think it would be great. Wouldn't it be funny if the next 4 years, not including this past year,
Yeah.
but okay, so the next 3 years, LeBron plays in LA. They don't make the Lakers, and then all of a sudden he becomes the leading scorer of all time.
Yeah.
And he didn't make the playoffs in the last 4 years.
That's true.
It'd be kind
Yep.
of full.
It'd be a nice way for him to go out. I don't really care. So that's what I got on basketball. I don't know. Unless you got some other things that were on your list that you wanted to cover.
No, just what you thought about all these moves being good or bad for the.
Yeah.
For it.
You know, the funniest part of the Brooklyn thing is the fact that they actually gave DeAndre Jordan a 4-year, $40 million contract, basically as part of getting Durant to go there, because there's no way that guy's worth that anymore. So it's kind of like, hey, buddy, I'm going to go ahead and get you paid one more time. Come on along and play with me.
Speaking of getting paid, and we'll kind of jump off the tracks here a little bit.
Yeah.
Happy Bobby Bonilla
Yeah.
anniversary.
That was July 1st, right?
Just came by a couple days ago.
Yeah. How much money does he get a year?
It's a little over $1 million.
Is that all it is $1 million?
It's like 1.2 or 1.123. I don't know.
That's awesome. Part of their
For,
20
till 2035.
Right. It's so ridiculous. Every year it's going
I
to be
would
like
take
this.
that deal right now.
Yeah. Well, he did. And he's getting paid every year for it. Be nice to be retired and just sitting back and collecting that $1 million check every year.
Yeah.
So
By the way, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm representing the high life.
you are representing the high
head
life.
to toe to gut.
Oh, it is the champagne of beers, I guess.
Yeah.
So that's what I got on that. So
All right. Well,
let's move into the next fun part here.
okay.
I'm sure everybody saw this week the fucking Kaepernick bullshit, and then Nike fucking pulling the flags.
Do you want to go into
shoe
the
with
harp
flags.
first?
No, I want to get into this first, and then we'll
Okay.
harp at the end of it.
All right. So yeah, Nike was about to release a I don't know if they're calling it the Betsy Ross shoe.
They did actually release them. A few pairs got out.
Okay. So, but still, they were preparing to make a big launch for these early American flag sneakers, and it was the
Betsy Ross.
Old Glory Betsy Ross flag, just like the one you see here, except without the 50 stars. It had 13 in a circle.
Sure.
And Colin Kaepernick claimed that was offensive and racist and yada, 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 a bunch of bullshit.
Wasn't it because there was slavery during that time or some shit? Wasn't
Yep.
that like part of his reasoning?
Yep, so why does he even... Well, obviously he doesn't even care about this flag.
How is this guy so fucking relevant? I mean, that's what I want to know.
Well-
How in the fuck is he relevant?
He is not relevant anymore.
Yeah.
He... Brandon Tooley, 1.7.
Preach, Toolshed.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy and Nike.
I'm just gonna put this in one giant nutshell. Colin Kaepernick I liked him when he played, and when he was playing and doing well, he wasn't a giant dickhead. And then all of a sudden, he started to fade. And all of a sudden, he was a backup. And then he started deciding to kneel because he wasn't in the limelight. And he's trying to, like you said, keep some sort of relevance in the world.
It's ridiculous.
So he just becomes this drama queen, apparently.
Yeah.
And it's just upsetting.
I mean, he was raised by well-to-do Caucasian Americans.
Yes.
I mean, that guy hasn't known a hard day in his life.
No. And he made millions off of the NFL in America. And all of a sudden, he has to find some reason to become relevant. So he starts kneeling.
Yeah.
Makes this big uproar. Pretty much fucked the NFL for a long time. And there's a lot of
They
people.
fucked a bunch of shit up.
There's a lot of people that withdrew from it.
Yeah.
Stopped watching it. Stopped spending money on merchandise.
Right.
And here he is. He doesn't like this shoe. And all of a sudden, Nike agrees to...
Yeah.
Are they... My position is this. What was Nike worried about if they just released the shoe and Colin Kaepernick left them?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, are they still riding last year's big thing, you know? Remember the ad with him in it last year? Believe in something, even if it means giving up everything. Motherfucker, you weren't getting signed at that point by anybody. You didn't give up shit. Remember? Do you remember that whole thing? To where, like, it became a big joke? Like, everybody was making comments about the whole thing, and now somehow he has this influence over Nike? I want to know. What does he have on somebody at Nike?
He's got something.
He's got something. There's a goat video out there someplace that somebody's holding on to, and that's the only way that this is actually still going on. It's absolutely fucking ridiculous.
Exactly, Chad. He's upset his 15 minutes of fame are gone, and he's
True.
trying to start more shit. That's all this is.
Yeah. One of my favorite things that I've seen with this, you guys can go online and Google the picture and find it pretty quick. At the second inauguration of Barack Obama, they had all of the previous American flags that had ever flown lined up behind him, and guess which one was front and fucking center? The Betsy Ross flag. So it's amazing how that went out of style as soon as Barack Obama wasn't president anymore. But I didn't hear Colin Kaepernick giving him any shit about having it at his place. So fuck them. It's absolutely fucking ridiculous.
It's redonkulous.
Will you boycott Nike for this?
I don't buy any fucking Nikes anyways.
Yeah. Yeah. I would buy those shoes in America. We're hoping that somebody else, like Puma, can Puma get back in the ring here?
Adidas.
Right.
Anybody.
Put that shit on a shoe. You want to talk about the fastest selling shoe in America?
Oh my God. I would guess that 75% of Nike shoe buying Americans that are pissed off about this would go right over and buy a pair of these just to say fuck you.
Yes. Have an AR-15 for the flagpole holding it on there.
Boom.
Boom. That's the kind of shit that I need in my fucking life. It's fucking ridiculous.
Chad says, believe in something, even when no one else does. Bigfoot.
Bigfoot's real, all right? We've been through this. The Bigfoot is actually real.
He's not.
Yes, he's got a name.
I would love for Bigfoot to be real, but he's fucking not.
His name is Robert Paulson.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, Bigfoot's real, man. Asta Ardipithecus.
Yes,
some shit
I've
or
met
another.
him. His name is Brett Jackson.
Brett Jackson's not a Sam Squanch. He's just not.
Same squinch.
He's just not.
Where the hell are you, Brett, anyways?
I just wish this fucking guy would go away. I mean, at the end of the day, I know that we're still talking about him, so on some level it's working, but it's really pushing me to not buy Nike shit.
No, this will be the last time we talk about Colin Kaepernick, unless he kills somebody.
Unless he does something else stupid, which he probably will. It just makes me sad.
Oh, but I do have. There you go. I love it, Chuck Taylor's.
That's right. I do love Chuck Taylor.
I do have a interesting story about Nike losing some opportunity here.
Yeah?
So, an Arizona governor, Doug Ducey, said that he will now order the state's commerce and authority to withdraw all financial incentive dollars for Nike to locate in the state.
Hell yeah.
So, they were about to make a deal in Goodyear, Arizona,
Yeah.
for Nike to come in and build a plant. Now, yes, it would have created 500 jobs. You know what? Doesn't mean they still can't go there. They're just not going to get any help. No tax breaks.
Good.
So,
Way to go, Arizona. Got one right.
yeah. The governor said, basically, you made your choice. Now we're going to make ours.
Yeah. Well, I'm down with that. I think that's brilliant. Way to
It's
go, him for
about
stepping up.
time somebody stood up to one of these motherfuckers just because they were going to bring jobs to your area. I mean,
Right.
jobs are great, and we shouldn't, scoff at that, but
Yeah, but when you pull some shit like this, it's fucking ridiculous. So, I used to be so mad that the Ravens won that Super Bowl against San Francisco. Kaepernick drove them down. I think they lost 35-31 to Baltimore. And, I was like, come on. Like, I really wanted Baltimore to lose because, we're Northeast Ohio people. We fucking hate Baltimore. Nope, looking back on it now, I'm so glad that guy didn't get a championship. Can you imagine how much worse this would be?
how much worse? Or would it? Maybe he would be like, oh, I'll be famous forever now.
That's what I'm saying.
Super Bowl winning Colin Kaepernick.
No, it would be terrible because he would want to use that as his platform then.
Yeah, I mean,
I want a Super Bowl
even
with
his
everything I went through.
when you look back, the guy was so arrogant. Now, most of them are arrogant.
Yeah.
But just flamboyantly arrogant. What
He's a
what
turd.
was his move? Kissing the bicep?
Is that what he was doing?
Yeah. Did he kneel and kiss the bicep?
It's
oh, no.
better than the fucking discount double check. I'll give him that.
No, that's the best.
That's the worst move in fucking pro
Come on,
sports.
you're a wrestling guy.
Huh?
It's a wrestling move.
That's the discount double check.
Yeah.
No,
It's the belt.
he's doing it to promote his shitty ass State Farm. I won't
Yeah.
even say his name. Buck Rogers. That's who he is. It's Buck Rogers. Fuck that
Oh,
guy.
my God. All right.
So this is gonna lead right into our harps, right?
Yes.
You wanna go first?
Yes. So, as some of you know, the U.S. women's team are playing in the finals Sunday. The finals of the World Cup.
Yeah, the Women's World Cup is. You didn't say what it was.
Yeah, the Women's World Cup. Our women's team is playing in the finals on Sunday.
Yes.
Against England, there was some jawing going back and forth before the game, which there should be, motherfuckers. It's what I mean. In this situation, what better two teams to be playing?
Right.
For anything.
Sure.
Important.
I love it.
England versus the U.S. It's great. Unless it was Russia. Hell yeah, we'd like to beat Russia.
Yeah.
But Alex Morgan scored a goal.
Ended up being the winning goal.
Ended up being the winning goal. And, sometimes when they score the goals, they'll slide. And, yeah, pinky up. That's right. And she put that pinky up and got all kinds of flack for it. Well, fuck off.
Right? Dude, it was awesome.
That was badass. You can't do... I mean, there's so much more worse she could have done.
Right. I mean, do you think that this goes up there with the Terrell Owens on the Dallas Star or Baker Mayfield with the flag in the O at Ohio Stadium? I mean, as far as showing people up?
I don't think it compares to any of those.
Yeah.
To me, she just said, spot of tea. I mean, what? How
I
bad
don't know,
is
man.
that?
I liked it. I thought it was kind of. I
No.
thought it was a little fuck you to them. I mean,
How is it a fuck you, though?
yeah, because it's kind of making fun of their little fucking tea time, motherfuckers.
yeah.
Damn.
No, I love it, but it's so harmless. What the fuck are they making a big deal about?
Oh, because we're Americans and anything that we do, they want to fucking yell at us for. That's really what it comes down to. You know that, and I know that.
If they would have beat us, they would have run around like a bunch of retards.
Everybody does. I mean,
Can't do that.
no. I mean, they don't do that with our men's team because they're fucking terrible, but what are you going to do?
Hey.
So, yeah, that's ridiculous that they gave her a bunch of shit about it. Keep doing it. Keep being badass. Hopefully they bring the championship home. You know, I'm always for an American championship. My harp, though, is also about the fucking women's
You're kidding
U.S.
me.
soccer team.
What else could be wrong with this team?
Has anybody seen this fucking Megan Rapinoe bitch? Has anybody seen this? Okay, now, nobody wants to remember the fact that it was, a year ago that she was in an accident and got a DUI and basically got no trouble for it at all, paid a little bit of a fine, basically got off scot-free because she's a professional athlete. It was fucking ridiculous.
Silver spoon.
She was suspended for the women's team for like 4 days or some stupid shit to where she couldn't fucking be around the team or whatever, but they had to make sure they had her back for the World Cup. She started off with just not putting her hand on her heart like the rest of the team and singing the national anthem. She has now gone to the extent that she's kneeling for the national anthem during FIFA World Cup games.
International.
Yes, to where that's where my issue is with this. Okay, I don't agree with people kneeling for the NFL, those kind of things, but at least that's in-house. That's between us and our United States and our citizens that live here. When you're in an international competition and you're representing the good old fucking US of A, stand the fuck up. Put your hand over your fucking heart and we're going to get the fuck through this thing. You can go back. There's been plenty of oppressed countries that have had athletes in the Olympics and everything else that when it's their time to shine and they do, they're not scoffing at their fucking home country. No, they're trying to put some national pride in there. So that shit really pisses me off. I hope this is her last World Cup. She hurt her hamstring in the game before last. I'm hoping that she pulls it again to start the game. I fucking can't stand her. I hope she doesn't ever get to play again. It kills me that she's already won one World Cup, and she's probably going to win another one when they win on Sunday. I just fucking hate her. She's an asshole. So
Yeah, fuck off. Stand up. Sing the national anthem with your fucking team.
Right.
Or whatever.
Now, I will say this. As far as women's sports go, to watch a women's World Cup final game, I would watch that. Are there any other
I'm going to watch
Are
it.
there any other women's sports that actually capture your attention? I know that sounds terrible, but I'm asking a legitimate question.
Revoke her damn passport.
Great idea.
I can't think of. I mean, maybe I'm just not thinking enough. But I don't get into the WNBA. For one, I hardly get into the NBA.
I feel like the WNBA is the hardest one to watch because it's such a disparity between what the guys do and what they do.
Yeah, when you're looking for high flying dunks, but you would be surprised how pure of shooters those gals are.
They are. I'm just saying. I've asked this question before, and I would love to know what you guys think. Would a state championship high school boys basketball team be able to compete against the Yukon girls team?
Say it one more time.
Would a state championship boys high school basketball team,
No.
bunch of juniors and seniors that are state champions,
Against the Volunteers?
that's Tennessee,
Oh, well, who'd you say?
the Yukon Huskies,
Oh, well,
like the
either one
gold
of 'em.
standard of the last 20 years. You don't think that a group of boys that are within a couple years of these girls would be able to beat them?
I don't know, man. I'd like to see it.
I mean, it's one of those things.
Let's get that arranged. Somebody make that happen.
Julie said beach volleyball. Oh, that's fucking funny.
Yeah.
Oh, I do have to admit.
What's up, Danny?
There is one women's sport that I actually really enjoy, and it's tennis. Like a good tennis match, and they're on an even plane, or high level women's MMA. Like low level women's
Man.
MMA, no, that's
know-
rough. No, you get chicks in there that are actually cracking because
Yeah.
the high skilled, like your top 5 fighters,
Here,
they fight like little dudes.
Okay, I don't watch the MMA. You do.
Sure.
I've been over at your house to watch a couple undercard, and there's undercards. Well, no, I should say matches, and the undercards that I've seen
Yeah.
that have women in it. Okay, these ladies, they try to make themselves look nice or whatever, and then here they are, and they come out of there looking like they fucking hit a Mack truck.
I know, it's awesome.
I'm like, I don't get it. I don't know why they would want to bust each other's faces up.
Because they're athletes. They're mixed martial artists.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Those are the only.
I mean,
two,
at some
though, for
point,
me.
when their nose is way over here and they're, trying to pick up a date,
Right. I mean, I don't know. I can't watch women's golf.
maybe they need to get married. Prerequisite: MMA.
Right.
Get married first.
I don't like gymnastics. I don't like figure skating.
Figure skating.
Oh, when they're Olympics, I will watch. I will watch like the pool events, like that our girls teams are in, because we always got a bunch of ass kicking swimmers. So we're like, that's kind of fun.
Our gymnastics is good. I don't want to.
Oh,
I don't want to watch it.
You
But
ever sit down and watch gymnastics?
you know what?
Fuck that, man.
When the Olympics are on, I am extremely compelled to root.
I love the Olympics.
I'm extremely compelled to root for the USA whenever they're on.
Sure.
So, unfortunately, if I turn it on and it's the Olympics and it's gymnastics on, I'm probably going to watch it.
Curling. Curling is what you should be watching.
Okay, I think those are two different ones.
They are. I'm just saying. I mean, like then they have like rhythmic gymnastics where they have like the ribbon and like the ball and there's a bunch of weird shit going on. Like,
Now, don't tell me your favorite thing is like synchronized swimming in the pool.
no, I don't think that they have a men's team in that yet, though. Do they?
What is up with that? Now this is not women's. They may have a women's, but what is that sport where they're all in the pool and they're trying to play soccer in the pool?
Oh, water polo.
Water polo.
Dude, water polo is badass. Like, you ever watch it? Like, it's kind of a. The only
I
thing
don't know if I'd go as far as saying badass.
The only thing I don't like about it is that everybody has the same move. Like they get the ball and they're in close and they start going. You know what I mean? It's like the same move every single time you watch it.
I will say that water polo is way more exciting than lacrosse.
Yeah, thank you, Working Stiffs and Tool Shed. Curling. Woo. It's awesome. Sorry, what did you say? I didn't mean to-
Curling's great, but I was saying water polo is way more exciting than lacrosse all day long. Lacrosse is the stupidest game I've ever seen.
I don't feel like I've got a silver spoon shoved far enough up in my ass to play lacrosse or to be into lacrosse. I think lacrosse is terrible.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
We played it in school. You have to dribble, but then you watch them. They're running around. They're not even doing it. I'm like, fuck it. I can't watch this.
Yeah.
No rules. Run around, throw it into a bag.
Yeah.
Dumb.
Definitely not a lax fan.
My horse drowned.
I used to play, but my horse drowned. What was he playing?
Water polo.
Oh. Got it.
Hardy har.
Hardy har har har.
Oh my God.
That's literally all I have for that part.
So women's sports, your number one is what?
It would probably be women's MMA. If it's like good women's MMA, like tomorrow night, Holly Holm is fighting Amanda Nunes for the title. That's high level MMA. Like,
She's fighting a man named Nunes.
it's Amanda Nunes.
Okay, just making clear.
Right. I'm just saying. But yeah, that and then tennis, curling, and then World Cup soccer for women.
Yeah, I think my favorite would be the women's World Cup soccer.
The worst is WNBA and women's golf. Women's golf that's rough. I don't watch much golf. Period. Like the Masters, I'll watch, or like if Phil is like in contention at the end of an Open, like perfect. But that's about it. I can't go for much more than that. So
Okay, so we don't have a gallows poll for this episode because we've moved the gallows poll to a exclusive episode. It's the every other. So if you want to check it out next week.
yeah, if you're subscribed, it'll come up automatically. We actually dedicate about right around half of the show, maybe a third.
Yeah, at this point it's half of the show. So get out there and check it out. And if it's something that you guys think is cool, it's our corner of the what would you call it? True crime.
It's our niche.
Our niche of the true crime. Jake is interested in the true crime, and we've been doing the gallows poll, and because it's kind of worked its way together, that we're just seeing where it's going to go here.
Yeah. So,
and we are focusing on the
people that are about to fry.
Inmates that are about to get the old cocktail of death.
Yeah. Or whichever way they're going to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's still a couple electric chairs running around out
I
there.
think this would be a great little topic right now.
What?
You said what was some of the interesting ways that people have actually chosen to be put to death?
There was a dude in Utah, I think it was in 2012, 2013, that actually chose firing squad.
Wow.
But like before then, it had been like
because he
60
knew
years.
it was going to be quick.
Yeah, I mean they're all marksmen.
I mean, you out there in podcast land or podcast YouTube land, if you had to choose, how would you go?
I mean, I would think that if it's the proper dosage, though, if I'm choosing, I'm taking lethal injection.
But they said that the lethal injection, these 3 cocktails, one of them makes you feel like you're drowning and burning, flame, drown. I don't. That doesn't sound very fun.
You want the gas chamber? You want to just go in and fall asleep? And
I think I'd like
the.
I've been talking about the guillotine. I think that's maybe the way to go. Quick and easy. Pow! Done.
I don't know, man. That walk up there would be super stressful.
I'm not. Okay, every bit of it would be stressful.
I'm just saying, like, that'd be the worst one. They're like, what if it's a dull blade? What if it doesn't get through all the way on the first cut and they got to run it back up the top and drop it down again? What if the weight's wrong? What if the angle's wrong? What if the executioner doesn't like me, so he makes it to where he's got to drop it 2 or 3 times? I can't have that in my life.
Yeah.
You know, hook up the car exhaust, put me in the gas chamber, and let's be done with it.
The car exhaust.
Yeah. Dude, does it get an easier way to go? I'm going to fall asleep and not wake up. You're asking me how I would do it. I'm not going to choose a wild pack of dogs.
So you're going to sit in the garage and leave the car running?
No, they have, like, I think California actually has one, unless they've dismantled it now, because
that's what
it's the biggest pussy state in the fucking union.
So
yeah. CS, gas chamber. Man, working stiffs. We are on it tonight. Boom. Did a paper on execution in school. Perfect. Firing squad is actually the quickest way. Not surprised.
It's probably the least expensive as well.
Yeah.
There's 6 guys with guns, so they don't really know, and
Yeah.
one of the guns is loaded?
Mm-hmm. I think they all have, I think only one has a live round.
Right.
The other ones all have blanks.
Blanks, right.
Now, if you are a marksman that's chosen for this, I'm going to bet dollars to donuts that you know when you fire it, whether or not you're firing for real or not. Like, that gun has a little different feel if you're putting a blank through.
I mean, they're only like 15 feet away. It's not far, right?
No, it's not far.
They don't want to have to do this twice.
Right?
Bam! Oh, you
missed.
fucking missed!
Yeah, that'd be rough. That's it. Yeah, see, gas chamber is definitely the way to go. What are you going to take? You going to take Old Sparky? You going to take the electric highway?
Oh, my God, no way. I mean, that's... in my opinion, that should be the only way people are put to death.
Really?
Right now, today, that would... dude, that is a bad way to go.
I still think eye for an eye is the way to do shit.
I do too, but if they're going to... Well, obviously they quit doing it because they came to the conclusion that it was inhumane.
I'm just saying, a couple dudes get raped and then their throats slit and the whole world knows about it. Crime drops, bro. I'm just saying, eye for an eye. Like we talked about before, throwing dude off the balcony.
Little Braveheart.
Yeah.
Put him up against the post and
Yep.
done.
That's what you got to do. I'm totally down. So,
draw and quarter. Yeah.
yes. Keep coming up with new and fun ways, too. We're open, you know?
That's one of our favorites on the show. That has to be one of the most vicious.
Yeah. Depending on how much time, but some of the other ones that are just jacked is like, if you actually read about like crucifixion, you might hang on that piece of wood for 2-3 days
or more
before you die of dehydration.
That's got to be a bad way.
Yeah. We're just going to bake you. Have fun. Stoning? What if they suck at throwing? What if they're not good with their rocks?
Stoning would suck.
Right. Like,
Can you imagine?
Would you intentionally like put your head in the way a couple times and like I'm just done? Come on, like a pie to the face. Can somebody please hit me with the big rock?
Like do it quick, man. Hit me good.
Right. 'Cause I'm sure if they really don't like you, they're like aiming for limbs. I'm gonna break a femur. Woo! That's how I would be about it. I know that's terrible, but
oh man, that is bad.
I know. Medieval. What are you gonna do?
So
throw me down a well. That'd be all right too. I would do that.
That's our gallows pole moment, even though it's not. But anyways, yeah, like I said, we talk about those that are about to get the cocktail of death there, and give you a little bit of insight on what is actually going on with their cases. What their history is, and yada yada.
If you're interested, I think you should really listen to next Friday's show, because we're also starting to find as we get into this a little bit that it seems like there's a bunch of people getting put to death that maybe shouldn't be. So,
but we will do one side note. They did just execute the 1500th.
1500th.
Yeah, 1500th person.
Yeah, whacked him. Last week, 2 weeks ago.
July 20 or June 20th.
June 20th. And we've got some more big ones coming up. We got a double header on August 15th.
Woo!
So stay tuned for that.
Back Jacks.
I believe that's Tennessee and Texas pulling the back-to-back, right?
Yeah.
So that'll be a good time. So as much fun as that is, let's talk about what actually kicked off today in Cleveland.
What kicked off?
It's the beginning of All-Star Weekend in Cleveland.
All-Star Weekend.
Which I think is where they call it All-Star Weekend, because that's more of an NBA thing, and the players don't even really arrive until Monday.
Probably not.
Not probably. That's when they arrive, is Monday.
I thought about going up and not going to any of the events, but just being in the atmosphere of the town, and it would be a good time. And then I thought about it. I bet you parking's $100 a spot.
You would want to park at like Paritas or one of those and take the RTA into the city.
Yeah.
That'd be the only way to handle that. There's no way I would be trying to drive around and park in that shit.
I mean, they charge $40 on opening day. I
Right.
can't imagine how much they charge
Right.
for All-Star Weekend.
Exactly. I'm sure that it's ridiculous.
So what do you think about that? Are you? I mean, obviously, I imagine you're.
I mean, I'm not a fan of price gouging, but I also understand that if you're going to an exclusive event, you're going to pay exclusive prices.
But what do you think about them getting the All-Star game? You pretty psyched?
I think it's cool. I mean,
Will you watch it because it's in Cleveland?
I watch it anyway just because it's baseball. I mean, it's an All-Star game.
I
I watch the All-Star game. Like, there's always some fun shit that happens at All-Star games anymore. Like, you know, like
Nothing like the John Kruk.
but everybody's always going to remember that moment that was sitting there watching it, you know? And then Randy Johnson throwing behind him, you know? Like, that's funny stuff, you know? Or who was the guy that used to play for the Twins and the Blue Jays? Devon White? I think that was his name.
Maybe.
I don't know if you remember, like, one year he robbed a Bonds home run in the first inning, and, like, Barry went running out in the outfield and, like, carried him in. You know? Just,
Right.
No, that was Torrey Hunter. Wrong one.
Torrey Hunter, right.
Yeah. So, stuff like that. Like, I just think the All-Star Game's fun. It's always low scoring because good pitching beats good hitting. We all know that. And there's the best pitchers in the league to where guys in here don't get rocked. They each pitch 1 or 2 innings, and it is what it is.
I mean, I liked and have watched many All-Star game, but I have not, I'll be honest, I have not watched maybe the last 2 or 3.
This is probably as close to an All-Star game that I actually care to even watch, though. The rest of them all suck. They score 190 points in an NBA game. The NFL is like playing touch football because you don't want anybody to get hurt. The NHL one's pretty fun because they just basically don't play defense and people score. But I don't know. I think it's great for Cleveland. You know,
Well, that's the same with the basketball.
anything to keep people coming to downtown Cleveland. I'm always a fan of that. You know.
No, it's good. What I would have liked to do was go up on the home run derby on Monday night
Yeah.
and just stand out in the little street there
Agreed.
and just attempt to chase down a couple long dingers.
Yeah.
But-
But you know, like, this is also the time of year where you kind of get the measuring stick out for like how the teams are doing. Like, are you starting to feel like the window's closing on this Indians team?
Well, I've got a lot of opinions about this Indians team, and I feel it is an all-encompassing and revolving around Frankie Lindor.
Really?
I do.
You think the fact that Jose Ramirez is hitting 215 has anything to do with Frankie Lindor?
No, that does not. I think that some of these guys,
Your entire pitching staff is hurt.
yeah, no, that doesn't help. I'm just saying, the future of the team looks bleak. Is what I'm trying to say.
Why? Like, because they're not going to spend any money?
Probably.
Makes
Now
sense.
there is some exciting factors like Jose or Oscar Mercado. That kid seems legit.
Yeah,
He's hitting 300. We have like 3 guys hitting 300,
sure.
and the other ones aren't even close.
Yeah. So the Indians are 10 games over 500 right now. Do you think that they're underachieving?
For their division, probably.
I don't know. If you go 91 and 71, that would be 20 games over at the end of the season. Is that enough? Is that enough to get you in the playoffs? 90 wins?
Not the way the Twins are playing. No,
We're only 6 back of the Twins now, right?
I think it's 8, but regardless, 6 or 8, I don't know.
How close do they need to be for people to really give a shit once Baker and the boys get started?
Well, it'll be interesting. Cleveland has notoriously been amazing in September,
Yeah.
so they may, if history repeats itself, they might just blow shit up and take first place by 10 games. You never know.
You never know. It's true.
I don't know. I mean, I believe that they're not playing to their expectations. I didn't realize they were 10 games over 500, though.
Yeah.
That's how much I'm paying attention.
48 and 38.
Okay, well, I mean, I think that's respectable.
They actually have the second wild card spot right now, but there's 5 teams that are all within 2.5 games of each other for the 2 wild card spots.
But yeah, they need to win more than 91, so I guess they need to crank it up a notch. But they actually have been playing better. Scratch the Orioles series where they got strangest ass shit.
26 to nothing in 2 games, right?
Yeah, 13-0. 13. And I'm not
Twice.
saying that because it's a lot. I'm saying that because it's a weird number. 13-0 twice,
Yeah, it's crazy.
or in a row.
Absolutely crazy.
Um,
Think they're going to catch Minnesota?
they can. I mean, Minnesota's playing well.
Yeah.
But Minnesota fell off last year. Same thing.
They did.
We'll see. We'll see if it happens again. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, with the home run derby,
Yeah.
let's do
Sorry.
a little bit of predictions.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to read you the
The matchups.
the matchups on the home run derby, the bracket, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'll keep track of it on mine.
Yeah.
You guys keep tracking home with us.
Yeah. So I want everybody here to get involved here, all three of you. We've got Christian Yelich, who is like playing out of his freaking ass this year, playing really well.
He was MVP last year, wasn't he?
He might have been. Versus Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Now, this
Vlad.
guy, he is a rookie, hasn't even played all season. Somehow he got into the – well, I know why he got into the All-Star Home Run Derby, because he's hitting the shit out of the ball.
I'm going to take Vlad in this one.
Just because he's a dumb young son of a gun.
He's a young kid that's just going to keep swinging away for the fences. There's going to be zero hold back on him.
You know why he might win? Who do you think's going to probably be pitching to him?
Not his dad. His dad was a fielder.
Can still throw strikes, I'm sure.
I don't think his dad's going to be throwing to him.
I bet you he does.
All right. I don't think so.
All right.
I don't think it's going to happen.
I'll go on the other side of that one. I'll go Yelich. All right, then the next two are Alex Bregman. I can't even talk, from
the
Houston.
Astros?
Yeah, from Houston versus Jock Peterson. I can't remember where that guy.
He's on. He's in the Dodgers.
The Dodgers.
Yeah.
He's been playing pretty well. I have never heard of him.
I'm going to take Bregman just because I like him better. I don't like Peterson. He's a Dodger. Fucking hate the Dodgers.
I
I'm a
don't like
Giants fan.
Bregman. I hate Bregman.
Well,
So let's go.
so you
Jock.
taking Peterson?
Yeah.
This is what we're going to do the whole way through. This is awesome.
All right. And then we have a little bit of home cooking for the Indians. We've got Pete Alonso, who I don't know who that is, versus Carlos Santana.
I mean, we got to take Santana because he's the homer, at least in the first round, right?
I am rooting for Santana, but I'm going to tell you how many home runs he's going to hit in this home run derby. 0.
Think?
I think he will think that the world is on his shoulders.
I don't think so. He's been around too long for
I'm
all
going to
that.
go with Alonso just because I don't think he's going to hit any home runs.
Yeah. Well, maybe. Who's the last matchup?
All right. Josh Bell from the Pittsburgh Pirates, who is up and coming and kicking ass, most recently even. And I have him on my fantasy team, and I'm worried he's going to get fucked up. You know how these guys get to this home run swing. Versus the Atlanta Brave Ronald Acuna Jr., another up-and-comer.
I'm going to take Acuna.
Well, I'm going Bell, only because I know a little bit about him.
Yeah.
All right, so then we've got Yelich versus – oh, well, I guess at this point –
Ours are all going to be different
they're
now.
all going to be different. So, go ahead.
I'm taking Vlad over Bregman for sure.
That's okay. All right, so I'm going to take Yelich over Peterson for sure. Who do you got? You've got Santana versus Acuna Jr.
I'm going to take Acuna.
So the home cooking dies there, huh?
Yeah, I can't take him for more than one round. There's no way in hell.
All right, then I'm going to take Bell versus Yelich and then Bell all the way. Pittsburgh's winning this one.
I'm taking Acuna in the upset over Vlad in the final. Vlad's going to swing himself
They're probably
out.
both about the same age.
But Vlad's going to swing himself out, hitting 48 home runs in the first 3 rounds, and then he's going to fall apart.
Okay, well, apparently our chat has no they don't give a shit. So
About baseball, which is okay.
that's okay.
It's going to be fun.
I think so.
What if Berman's calling it back, 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 back?
He usually does.
Yeah, he usually does.
I'm surprised he's still still kicking it.
So that'll be fun. So, hey, thanks for coming along with us tonight. We tried to shorten up the show a little bit. That way you can enjoy a little bit more of your Friday night.
Enjoy the long weekend.
Yeah. So we'll be back in 2 weeks on Thursday. So 13 days from now, we'll be back with our regular live show. It won't be all sports. It'll be a little bit good stuff mixed in each way. So
What do you mean? This was all good. What are you talking
it was
about?
good. I'm just saying, we got to get a sports show in once in a while. So this was a good one for it. You
Right
know?
on. Go Tribe.
Yep.
Go Josh Bell.
And let's go U.S. Women on Sunday.
Yeah.
Here we go. All right.
on.
I'm good. You good?
I'm good.
All right. Have a good one, guys. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
Pip pip.
Cheerio.